What if I told you you could find a Windows desktop PC all-in-one with a 6th generation processor for $50? Would you call me crazy? Let's find out. HP 6th gen for $50. Let's go. So we're on our way to pick up the all-in-one HP 800 G2. It's a nice early evening and see if we can make some money. Here's the HP all-in-one. Just picked it up. I just wanted to do my initial reaction. I still don't know a lot about it. It's supposed to be an HP... What was it supposed to be? The HP G2. No, I'm sorry. HP 800 G2 all-in-one. And when I try to Google this model, I don't know why I don't get many results. I get a couple of links to Amazon. There's maybe 3 videos on YouTube, and they're from the company and they're like 30 seconds long. It's just kind of a weird model, I guess. And so I had an HP G3 800 before, which I was really happy with, and I guess this is the older version of it. But I think it says Elite, so if it's an HP Elite, that's a better sort of model. It's not just the cheap one. And he said he bought it not new, but new in like in an open box, but he never really used it. And it has this thing called Bang & Olufsen speakers. He said the sound system's really nice. There's a webcam here. I actually see dual microphones, which is interesting. And so he was asking 100, then he went down to 60, and I finally talked him into 50. The only thing is he didn't want me to come to his house, which was kind of weird. And then he wouldn't take Venmo. He said cash only. So I hope it works. We'll see. There's a DVD drive here. There's a fingerprint reader here, which is interesting. So it's definitely somewhat modern. As far as I can tell, this came out in 2016. It has a 6th gen i5, and I thought it had the external graphics R9, but I guess some of them came with not discrete graphics, so we won't know until we fire it up. Even if it doesn't have a GPU, it's still a good deal for $50. I'm sure I can get at least 100 for it. Oh, it has... I didn't know it has USB-C. Interesting. So it is kind of a newer... I've tried to buy and sell all-in-ones before. I've never really had good luck with them because they're always so old. And then under, can't see under there, but there's more USB 3.0s. The thing that I thought was interesting when I just saw this was it has a display port out. So you can actually hook up a secondary monitor. So now I'm kind of wondering if this little camera cover your webcam. I'm going to check it out. Oh, also it said on a lot of them, it said that it came with an SSD factory. So that would be really interesting because supposedly these are really hard to open. So if it already had an SSD and it's a 6th gen and it's touchscreen, which nobody uses, that would be really cool. and then we'll see. This might have to do like a comparison between this one and my 2017 iMac, because I'm kind of getting over the iMac. I wouldn't mind selling that and maybe using this guy. So let's take it home and hook it up and check it out.
So as Windows installs here, again, we're going to redo the installation from a UEFI configuration. I wonder if maybe it had Windows 8 on it originally, because it was from 2016-17. From what I can gather, these were about $16.99 new. Not verified. And it's, first of all, it works, which is good. So that's nice. I was able to play around in Windows, and it only has 4 gigabytes of memory. So that was kind of a fail. All of the ones that I looked up online had at least 6. So that's weird. And it does not have dedicated graphics. It has the Intel HD 530, which is, I assume, onboard. Not sure, but it actually runs very well. Just when I went into the initial boot up, first time I turned it on, I walked away, and then as I just turned back to look back. I was just, because I figured, well, it's going to take a while to boot up. So I was walking away and I turned around and it was already booted up super fast. But it doesn't have an SSD, so how is that possible? So it has a Western Digital 500 gigabyte black, 7200 RPM, I believe, spinning hard drive, which is okay. He said it was new, or kind of new, which means that if it hasn't been used very much, the hard drive will be very, I guess you would say, alive, because it's not worn out like some of the other ones you get. So we're finally into Windows. This is the fresh install that we put in, and as I said, it's not an SSD. It's a 500 gigabyte Western Digital black, 7200 RPM. Supposedly, from what I've read, limited articles, there's an M.2 slot in here, and I think that's where the SSD ability came in. I don't really want to open it because that could be a can of worms. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you just real quick about the system about. So there it is, 6th gen i5 3.2, 4 gigabytes only. 512 of that is used for the integrated graphics. So I'm thinking it's too bad, because if this would have been 8 gigs with an SSD and with the R9 GPU, I probably would have kept it for myself. But what I'm going to do, I think, is, and you can tell me, what should I do? I think I should just sell it the way it is. Quick profit, $50, sell it for 100, boom. Within 2 to 3 days, you double your money and you move on. Now you could upgrade the memory, put an SSD in there, etc., maybe get 150, but that's going to take, I might not sell it for another 2 weeks. And so I wonder if, let me see if the touchscreen works right away. I don't think too many people use touchscreen anymore. Let's see, here's touchscreen. Kind of, no. This is just some BS. Let's see, so scroll. It's kind of funky. You can just pinch and zoom. I mean, it's nice to have, but I just don't really see people touching the screen like that much. Unless you were pulling up documents or something and you wanted to kind of zoom in. But that's fine. So really, I just want to install Windows 11, I think. If I could get Windows 11 on here, even the way it is, that instantly raises the value. But I'm going to have to get through some driver updates and all the Windows BS because I just reinstalled Windows. And so here's the initial report to software. Why not Windows 11? It's what a lot of people use. So we're good on the CPU, UAV. All of these were read before I reinstalled Windows. The graphics drivers are not installed yet. So when I did it before, this one said not supported, and I was able to pass that. And then TPM 1.2 is not supported. So we're going to try and upgrade this. This one's easy. That one's easy. The TPM 1.2 is a problem. I'm going to see if we can update. Funny, so actually as I was talking, the graphics driver updated. As I was talking, the graphics driver updated, so that part's seeing checking. So we're not too worried about this. I don't know if it'll do a TPM 2.0. It says there's some updates here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do all the updates, do the BIOS update, TPM update, do everything, and then we'll come back to this. But I think we're pretty close. If we only have 2 of these that aren't ready, I think we can bypass it and get into Windows 11. So it was pretty easy. I just had to edit the registry to tell it to not check the TPM or CPU, and then downloaded the ISO file from the Microsoft website, mount it, install it, and looks like we have Windows 11 coming up. So here we are, Windows 11 installed against its will, and it seems to be okay. Let's see if there's any hardware issues. So I think that, I know a lot of people put Windows 11 on older computers to make them seem newer. In this particular case, being an all-in-one, I definitely think that it having Windows 11 already raises the value, even though it's not supposed to be on here. And it's kind of sluggish though, so I don't know, hopefully it gets better. HP Eliteone 800 G2 23-inch touch. Let's see if the touch works. Yep, touch works. So yeah, it's coach. Hopefully it gets better. Let's go to device manager. I think the fact that it only has 4 gigabytes of memory is going to really hold it back. And supposedly some of these, you can access the memory panel from the stand if you take it off. So we'll see. But yeah, we have all the devices are here. It's 4 cores, display adapter, Intel graphics. Everything's good. So I would say for $50, this is a success. I'm gonna post it for, I think, for this weekend, I'm gonna put 140 I'll take 100, but the thing is, the $50 that we spent, the driving there, the 2 hours that we spent installing Windows 11, if I sell it for $100, I didn't really make much if you count the time. So 140 would be nice. That would at least give me money back for my time, and then also a little profit. And when I sell these, I do offer a 30-day warranty exchange, so there's some risk there. But yeah, this is not as profitable as the other ones that I've done, but we'll see. I'll comment at the bottom whenever I sell it how much it sold for. Hopefully more than 100, and then we'll take that money and go get something else. Also, the money that I used to buy this was from the monitor that I sold earlier that day that I bought for 20. So I bought that monitor for 20, I sold it for 50. I used that 50 to buy this. So I didn't really, and I had that monitor actually for 3 months. So I didn't really go out of pocket on this. So I'm kind of playing with house money right now. And I really wanted that monitor gone because it was so big and it was really in the way. This is actually a usable setup. So let me know what you think I should sell it for. I might make an actual video just about the Windows 11 upgrade process on an older computer. I know there's a bunch of them out there, but I kind of feel like I should just make my own because a lot of them are so long and not to the point. I mean, it only took literally 2 minutes to do a couple changes to make Windows 11 available. So we'll see. Anyway, we'll hit the road tomorrow and see what we can find. Thanks for watching.